say design is immersive, I think about the fact that there's different kinds of meaning, and it feels differently to engage these different kinds of meaning. And as designers, we can actually adjust the information in our designs to dial in the right meaning mode for the situation. When an actor engages a design, meaning emerges in the performance of the actor acting with the design. Meaning is flow, and flows have properties. And we'll look at the way we can actually use these things as design dials to tune the meaning mode of our design to suit the situation. So let's think about a digital agent. This digital agent goes off and does things autonomously on our behalf. And inevitably, the agent will need to come back and give a status update. Maybe there's a little perceptual haptic pattern that the actor can feel on her skin and pick that up without distracting her from the conversation she's engaging in with a colleague. But the idea here is that within a particular design, we might phase shift within viscosities to support particular activities within a more complex interaction. Ease of flow is about the kind and quality of attention that's required to engage with the meaning of the design. Texture, or the facets of information that are participating in the flow of meaning, we have all these different permutations available to us as designers. It's hard to imagine some of these combinations. I'm sure someone's experimented with virtually all of those. But we also need to think about how the actor goes about interacting with the information. So let's think about a driver adjusting the comfort settings in a car. The driver is relying on a lot of visual information streaming through the windshield in order to keep the car in the right place, heading in the right direction, and not hitting objects in the path. So we say, okay, fine, we'll use voice controls. We'll save vision, we'll use voice to control the settings. We don't want our texture facets to disrupt and step on each other. We want to make sure that they're harmonized across the whole activity, enhancing each other or offloading something from one another. So we're looking for this harmony in the texture of the flow of meaning. The dynamics that I want to focus on are how the actor is in training with the design, and how the actor goes about anticipating possibilities for performance with the design. This is a concept design where we have a blank screen and the driver places fingers anywhere on the screen and the UI comes to that place. So that's really forgiving. Maybe that haptic put your finger on the display panel would work well for turning on the radio or off the radio. But if you want to play a particular song, songs are referenced by language. And so maybe using language is the best way to then engage with the song. So maybe a voice UI would be the best way to say, hey, play this song. Maybe putting everything in that one panel or everything in voice UI may not be the right way to harmonize across the activity. We can kind of get to know overall the nature of the design and the nature of what's possible to perform with the design. And it's this nice creative tension that becomes a balance with an actor and the design as a system. We're now engaging sort of physical and digital objects. And when we cross into engaging objects that take up space with us and are part of our surroundings, that's a whole other aspect of meaning modes that's really important. And now we're engaging affordances, and that's even a different kind of engagement with meaning. There's discovery. There's a newness when we approach that new information, and this nature is constantly changing, and we're aligning with that. There's good situations to use that as well. So that's a little bit about some of these aspects of the flow of meaning that we can actually dial in as designers when we make decisions about the information in our designs. And we can actually facilitate particular meaning modes that will suit our situation.